My dear students, today I am going to discuss chapter probability of class 9. So let's start with the chapter probability. In everyday life, when we are not sure of happening of an event, then we use the word probability, chances or likely, etc. In some many statements like it may probably rain today, chances are high that India will win the cricket series in Sri Lanka. Most likely, he will reach in time. So these are the statements. Here I am using the word chances, probably, likely, etc. So the definition of probability is it is defined as the chance of occurrence. It is defined as the chance of occurrence. For example, it may rain today. India will win the match. Most likely he will reach in time. Or one more example I've taken, the newborn baby will be girl or boy. In every statements I'm using there are chances of happening. Now the next definition, the terms which we are using in the chapter probability, the next definition is experiment. It is the performance of any activity which produce some well-defined outcomes like tossing a coin, throwing a die. These are the some examples. Outcome is the next definition. The result of an experiment is called outcome. For example, we are doing one experiment of tossing a coin. The outcomes are head and tail here. And when we are throwing a die, the outcomes are either 1 will come, 2 will come, 3, 4, 5 or 6 will come. So next definition is trial. A trial is an action which results in one or several outcomes. Suppose I am saying that we have one experiment, a coin is tossed 10 times. When we are tossing a coin one time, that is called a trial. So some examples are when I am tossing a coin, head and tail are the possible outcomes of the trial. And in the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the outcomes of these are also the outcomes of a trial. In tossing a coin, coming a head and tail is the result of the trial. In the same way, throwing a die is a trial and getting the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the trials. Event is a part of the total possible outcomes. With the help of example I am going to explain. In tossing a coin, the total possible outcomes are head and tail. And if I am saying that I have chosen the head only, so head is one event and in tail is also the one event because it is a part of the total possible outcomes. In the same way, in throwing a die, the total possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I will say, out of these numbers, I will take only even numbers. That is also one of the event. And we will denote the events like E1, E2, E3 like this way. In the same way, 1, 3, 5, this is also the event of the odd numbers here. So events are the part of the total possible outcomes, and total possible outcomes we call the sample space also. Now the next one is types of events. Sure event, the event that is sure to happen. The things which are happening 100%, we are sure that this thing will happen. So they are the sure event. If suppose today is the Wednesday, then tomorrow will be the Thursday. If today is Friday, then tomorrow will be the Saturday. They are the sure event. There will be 31 days in the December month. So that is the sure event because there are 31 days in this month of December. So probability of the sure event is 1 because sure event means the things which are happening 100%. So the probability of the sure event is 1. Second one is impossible event, an event that is not possible to happen. That is called the impossible event. For example, there will be 31 days in the month of February, not possible. There will be number 8 in a throw of a die, that is also not possible. So the probability of an impossible event is 0, and one is very important here. Probability of any event lies between 0 and 1. The meaning of this line is either probability will be 0 of an event will be 0, or probability will be the greater than 0. And this meaning is either probability will be equal to 1 or less than 1. So meaning of this line is probability lies in between 0 and 1. Probability either will be 0 or greater than 0, or probability equal to 1 or less than 1. The meaning of this line is. Next one is the formula which we are using while we are solving the questions. Probability of an event is favorable outcomes upon total possible outcomes. For example, in tossing a coin, the total possible outcomes are head and tail. And we want to calculate the probability of an head. So favorable outcome is head. And you see the favorable outcome is here, head is only 1 and total possible outcomes are 2 here. So probability of head, the meaning of this one is P of H means probability of head is 1 upon 2. In the same way, probability of tail is coming here 1 time and total possible outcomes are 2. So probability of tail is also 1. You will see here, this is H bar means not happening of H. If head will not come, then what will come here? Tail. So we can write H bar means probability of not happening event. I've written here P of E means probability of happening event, and this meaning is probability of not happening event, and sum of these two is equal to the 1. Because I have taken one example, probability of head is 1 by 2 and probability of not head, that is tail. Because if head will not come, when we'll toss the coin, then what will come? Tail. So probability of tail is also 1, and when we'll do the sum of these two, so it is coming 1. So probability of head and probability of tail, so sum of these two is equal to 1. So from here it is clear the sum of all elementary events of the total possible outcomes is equal to 1. That's all in this video. Thank you.